Hello and welcome. So I have gone out and tested every single car that can be engine swapped to see which is the best vehicle and the best engine to actually swap. So the full video of that will be out later this week. In today's video, we are going to be looking at my top 5 favorites engine swaps. In 5th position, we have the K20 swapped Honda Integra Type R. Now, this vehicle has tons of power, 508 brake horsepower, and the car weighs less than 1000 kgs. So around the track, honestly, amazing. So compared to a lot of the other vehicles, there are actually very few vehicles that are front wheel drive that can actually be engine swap. So because of it being front wheel drive, you don't have to throttle control as much, and generally out of all of the cars, this was the easiest to drive. Genuinely, there was no moments where you're like, okay, there's a rear understeer, you have to be throttle controlling your way through the corner. Generally, you can just jump in this car and enjoy it. You can just experience it. You don't have to think about too much. You don't have to stress about. You can just jump in, go and experience and set a fast lap time. It is insanely fast, and it's actually faster than the Civic Type R. So when it comes to top speed now, because it's only 508 brake horsepower, it isn't gonna be pushing over 400 kilometers per hour. The car actually tops out at 342 and it sits there comfortably. So quarter mile time, how fast does it go down the drag strip? As I said, it is front wheel drive, it is a Honda, so you gotta let the revs bang a little bit, but honestly there isn't a lot of wheel spin. It gets down the strip really quickly. 11.5, honestly a respectable time. In 4th position, we have the V8 powered MR2. Yes, the Audi R8 engine in a small little MR2. So the car produces 709 brake horsepower, weighs about 1000 kgs, and is rear wheel drive. So there's no weight on the vehicle, so the car is a little bit all over the place. So throttle control, you really have to know what you're doing to control this vehicle and make it around the track, because trust me, this vehicle bites back. Honestly, on a straight line is where this car is best suited. Around a circuit, if you are driving with no traction control on, zero traction control, then you will struggle to set a fast lap time, because this vehicle is a little bit all over the place. So you need to know what you're doing, so be careful with this vehicle. But honestly, once you get used to it, it is super fun. Going back to top speed, the little red MR2 can actually sit above 400 comfortably. It actually sits at 421 kilometers per hour in a little MR2. That's mind-blowing. Generally, that's crazy. Quarter mile time, honestly, with this car, throttle control, honestly, it's the best thing. You need to know how to control the vehicle. Just monitor it and just feel the vehicle, because trust me, it will tell you when it's not happy. So 11.4 is fast. In 3rd place, we have the LS7 S13. Yes, the silver S13. So this vehicle, yeah, produces 1155 horsepower. You can push that up to 1200 and something with a high RPM turbo. I do not have one of those, and for testing I do not want to put that on. So with this vehicle, drift car, genuinely, this vehicle is so smooth. There's no twitchy behavior. It's not fighting you. Genuinely, it's the smoothest car to drive. Yes, you have to throttle control, but genuinely, if you are looking for a drift car, the LS7 swapped S13 is your answer. But the real reason I'm putting this vehicle in 3rd position is because, honestly, top speed wise, this car is king. It could possibly be the fastest street car in the game. Keep that in mind. Okay, I just want you to take notes of. Look at from now 5th gear. Look at the speed. We're currently climbing 400, 410, 420, 430, and it just keeps going and going and going. It goes all the way up to 471 kilometers per hour. I've seen builds and people getting this car to go over 500 kilometers per hour. Genuinely, you can push this car above and beyond. It is so fast. I apologize for saying genuinely so much, but this car is honestly mind-blowing. You need to engine swap this vehicle to just experience it, because trust me, it's like nothing else. In second position, we have the 787B swapped Mazda RX7. This vehicle produces almost 1000 brake horsepower and only weighs about 1000 kgs. It has an almost 1-to-1 power to weight ratio. So if anyone knows that, that means this car is gonna be crazy fast around the circuit. So the only dilemma I have with this vehicle, the brakes. I think it does not have enough braking power. I even applied carbon ceramic brakes to it, and it doesn't have enough stopping power. That's the only thing about this vehicle. You don't have to throttle control it that much compared to some of the other vehicles. It sounds like a F1 car. There's just so many reasons why you should use this vehicle. The list keeps going on and on and on. Genuinely, the performance output of this vehicle is crazy. It travels to over 400 kilometers per hour without even batting an eyelash. This car is, trust me, if you are gonna engine swap, you need to engine swap the 787B. Trust me, you cannot avoid it. You have to. If you want to experience a real car in this game, you gotta engine swap the Mazda RX7 and put a 787B in it. And in first place, the Toyota Tundra. No, I'm joking. This is just an honorable mention. 838 brake horsepower. This car weighs as much as a ship. It's built like a house. But somehow this vehicle is fast. Trust me. Around the circuit, it had enough weight to hold it down and not overpower the vehicle. Plus to its all-wheel drive, that this vehicle actually beats majority of the other engine swapped vehicles. Trust me, if you want to see how well this this pickup truck actually did, wait for the video. It will be out this week. Trust me, do subscribe. You don't want to miss out on it. It's going to be an absolute banger of a video. It's so fast and it's unexpectedly fast. It's that good. It will actually catch you off guard. Now, with this being built like a house, it is not very aerodynamic, hence why top speed wise it performs very poorly. Honestly, it's the lower down the list of highest top speeds by only doing 280 kilometers per hour. However, because it can't have a high top speed, acceleration, Jesus Christ, down the quarter mile, this vehicle set an almost 10-second run. Holy shit. Okay, top dog now. My favorite pick, the GR Yaris with a 2JZ swap. It was a tough decision between the Lancia with the R38, well, with the R35 engine in it, the VR38, you know the engine I'm talking about. The Lancia and this, honestly, they're at the same level. But I had to pick one, and I picked the Yaris. So trust me, this vehicle around the circuit, it's unbelievable. Genuinely, it is so fast, controllable, it slips out, so it's exciting to drive. But because it has the power of the 2JZ, it's not slow. The Yaris is honestly such an amazing car to drive. You have to. If there's any car from this list, you have to go and pick up the Yaris, engine swap it, and just see how it performs. Trust me, you will fall in love. Now the Lancia too, same story there. The Lancia and the Yaris, they top dogs. But for this purpose of this video, I chose the Yaris because just personal preference, I had a better time with the Yaris. Now, top speed of this car is lacking. 400 kilometers per hour. It's there, but the car does not have the capabilities. I'm sure if you get a good tune, you can get it to go over 400 kilometers per hour. I suck at tuning, so the car was able to just get about 380 kilometers per hour. But this car is a king of the quarter mile. With its all-wheel drive system, it just hooks and goes. Genuinely, this car sets a 9-second run. 9.3 to be exact. Holy shit. You need it. Of all of the engine swap vehicles, personal preference, the Toyota Yaris, Toyota GR Yaris is the one to go for. If you want to look for something and not be the Yaris but just as good, you gotta get the Lancia Delta with the Nissan R35 engine swap, the VR38 DETT. Yeah, that's that. If you have made it to the end, thank you so much. It is really appreciated. Don't forget, massive video on all of the vehicles that have been engine swapped. A basic quick review over them to just see which is actually the best statistics wise and overall which is the best vehicle to engine swap. That video will be out later in the week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.